paving this shit crank.
I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
What up, world?
What up?
What's going on, everybody? Bet That TV.
Bet that.
Back in effect once more. Big Thorough, my man Shano. You know what I'm saying? We want to start off by, like we always do, saying, man, the COVID is still real. I hope y'all staying maxed up. You're keeping your immune system boosted, cleaning your hands, doing what you need to do, man, because the shit is still, even with this vaccination and whatnot, people still dying. I seen a story on the news the other day. The young black chick was 40 years old saying she got a new strand of it.
Oh,
it's
the
coming
variant.
from, the variant coming from the UK. So, you know, I kind of touch on that a little bit, Shannon. I'm like, man, so is this shit, like you said, is this like some chemical warfare going on? Right?
Biological.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, they act like we got through the worst part with the first wave. Now they finna come with this new wave that's supposed to be even more worse, right?
Well, you know, like I said, I mean, I got to think about my daughter's settlement. She was just like, okay, they produce this in the lab and they produced the vaccine. How else you gonna have the vaccine so soon? So she think this is population control. And it makes sense, so
Makes
I
sense.
won't say no. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is a way that you can prevent yourself from getting it. I was just at a funeral, and then I think about us afterwards at my aunt's house.
Right.
Niggas just out there, man. I stayed outside. I was in for 5 seconds and out of there, man. I was nervous like a motherfucker. Cause look, you know what I'm saying? The most killer part of the whole COVID to me is you can catch it and not even know you have it.
Right.
That shit is deadly to me, goddamn.
And let me also say this. I done had a few people close to me, my auntie to be specific, had took the vaccine.
Right, well my aunt got the vaccine too.
And my auntie had a pretty, she good, but she said she was nausea a little bit, headache.
Well, it's something with it. Like I
yeah.
said, they got to monitor you for 30 seconds. They done had like this face, my uncle told me what it was called, but your face paralyzation and, you know, shit like that. So I would just say, you know what I'm saying, let's sit back, see what it do to these elders, and, you know what I'm saying, because they, you know, sacrificial lambs, if you will, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what it do to them, then, you know, hopefully they even have some for us, because you don't know when this shit gonna accelerate.
So
you know
right
what I
now,
mean?
what you saying is you won't take it.
Nah, I can't take it. I can't even get it if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? What, you gonna get the bootleg vaccine? I wouldn't. You'd take a bootleg vaccine?
Nah, but you know, I had somebody send me a text message the other day saying, you know, they offering it in the Katy, they'll pay you up to $1,000 if you come take it, which to me is kind of shaky. You gonna pay me to come take the vaccination?
like
up to
I said,
$1,000, they'll
it's
pay you.
All kind of shits going on with this shit, man.
You'll
what I
pay
would
me
say-
to come take it.
What I would say is, you know, you got a mind, use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying, wouldn't that sound shaky to you?
Well, I'm
Somebody
just
tell
saying,
you?
if shit don't make sense, then it don't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it
It
is.
says compensation up to $1,000
Why would
if
it
you
be
come
up
take
to?
it.
Why ain't y'all just have a set of numbers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit wild like a motherfucker.
We get them, give you a dub. But
Right.
you said up to $1,000.
I said up to, nigga, you don't qualify for that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, before we get started, like I said, I want to put the disclaimer, like I always do, man. These are the opinions, perspectives of Rex Robinson and my man Shannon Thibodeau. Got the right to say what we want. You don't like it, fuck you. Don't listen, don't watch. Whatever fancies you.
You might want to watch, man. You can get educated a little bit about what the fuck going on in the world, because I think a lot of people got a warped perception or don't have a real understanding of, you know what I'm saying, how society works and how it pertains to you. So I think you do yourself a favor for watching. Now, don't get offended, and if you have a comment, you know, I'm always going to ask you to elaborate. You know what I'm saying? If you can't elaborate, then, you know, ain't no use fucking with me.
Pretty much. You know who you are. But Yeah, man, we're gonna start off kind of serious, man. I've been lately it's been kind of on my heart to talk about this, man. So I believe her name is Shazad Ali.
Shazad Ali. Okay.
She has been coming up on my feed on YouTube, man, talking about the absence of the father in the home. Specifically the black man.
Right.
Absence in as a father in the home. And I done had a conversation or a debate, if you will, with a few different sisters, man. And you know, the sisters thing is, well, if you know he ain't out there, he ain't providing doing what he doing, then what am I supposed to am I supposed to do? Am I wrong for saying I don't need a man? And I ain't saying you don't need a man, but you should value his worth.
Well, it's only the black woman that ever say that she don't need a man. There's no other woman on the planet. You know, women dream about getting married and forming that union. But, you know, to really understand it, Rex, you got to go back from when it started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you understand, as slaves, it was illegal to be married.
Right.
You ain't nothing but property. Cows don't marry cows, do they?
Right.
So you ain't nothing but property. You're 3/5 of a human being. And because of that, you know, it was illegal for you to get married. It was illegal for you to educate yourself. If found married, they would sell y'all to 2 different plantations, maybe across states. Or a bank like J.P. Morgan, Chase Bank, you know, Wells Fargo. What they do is they take you as collateral because the person defaulted on the loan, and they will move you across state lines so that they can sell you, so that they can reap back they defaulted loan. You see what I'm saying?
Divide and conquer, basically.
Right. So it was illegal for you to get married, and when you did reproduce, as far as in a corporate sense, you reproduced, the buck would come, the one that they wanted to, you know what I'm saying, make strong slave, and they get this strong. And mind you, if you was intelligent and you acclimate yourself to the system that you were in, they just murder you. And no one said nothing about it because guess what? This was the law. So all them niggas, oh man, y'all niggas need to follow the law. Is the law just? Really? But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, that's a different subject for a different time.
It started there, right?
Right.
So how can you have a family?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then you had, after slavery, years of Reconstruction that nobody talk about, when black men was prospering, we had 10% of the nation's wealth. We had senators in Congress. Shit they won't tell you that happened after 1865, right?
Right.
And then because of this biracial Congress, they raided the Capitol.
Right.
Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put troops in the South, then withdrew them. You see what I'm saying? In certain parts of the South, you know, slavery didn't end then. You know what I'm saying? They just got it in a new form. If you read the 13th Amendment, you'll understand how they just kept slavery going, just that the government controlled it. That's it.
That's it.
You think that the Civil War was about slavery, you're a goddamn fool. It was about control and taxes and monies. But anyway, as I'm saying, the destruction of the black family. So you look at 1950. 1950, 85% of black couples stayed together.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because the government subsidies, right?
Right.
That was issued to them by their own tax money that they was paying regardless, that was issued to them, wasn't done until welfare reform happened. This happened under Jimmy Carter. So in that welfare reform, well, you can say Ford to Jimmy, however you want to put it. But that's what was happening. Welfare reform, you couldn't have a man in the house and receive these benefits. So that is the governmental institutional, you know what I'm saying, breaking up of the black family.
If you ever seen Claudine, check Claudine out.
Right,
feel what he's saying.
And then you look at the structure of the black family. So, you know, basically when affirmative action was put into action, it was thought to have helped black people. But in the black community, what they said, they was like, you know what? We can get a woman and a black person at the same time by giving this woman this corporate job, and I'm gonna pay her less than I pay anybody else. So a black man cannot compete for those jobs. You see what I'm saying?
That's what
so
I'm
the
saying.
inability to get paid, the constant incarceration of these men made it impossible for them to develop their family, right? Without opportunity, how do you grow your family? How do you stay in your household?
Yeah, so look,
right?
this is what I told her, sister. I feel you. Just to elaborate on that. So I told her that I said, black women get the better jobs. As a black man, you know, it's going to be a few slip through the cracks and able to be corporate, but really it's entertainment, sports, manual labor, and the underworld.
Right.
That's what's left for us.
And when you look at wealth in the country, right, so we always equate wealth to money. That's not wealth.
Man, say that.
You know, property, solid investment, assets, that equates to wealth. So you might make $200,000 a year, right? But if at the end of the year you got zero in the bank, nothing has equated to your wealth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Still living check
So,
to check.
right. So you don't have anything that measures up, so none of that matters. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see it. And I was telling her this also, that she said the reason why Hispanic community and the white community, they are raised to stay with their men. You know what I mean?
Well,
Whereas
it's
the black
different
men-
because they didn't have to go through Willie Lynch. They didn't have to go through segregation. They didn't have to go through Jim Crow.
Right. No,
You know what I'm saying? These are institutionally designed programs to destroy the black family. And then you're like, well, why would they want to do that? Because they know who you are. You do not know. You see what I'm saying? So, you know.
So what do you say to the women that say, when you say that, Shannon?
Well, it ain't
that's
just
an excuse.
But I'm just saying, it ain't just the women, because they should not just accept anything either.
Right.
So I understand them saying, well, I don't want to just accept anything.
Right.
If I'm out here doing it, he should be able to do it. You know, they got entrepreneurship, so there's always an excuse. But when I'm saying, when it's embedded, you know what I'm saying?
Conditioned
when
to
this
think like this.
is, you know, your mentality. So it's not only the mentality of the women, it's the mentality of the men.
Right.
You know, us coming up, you know, being faithful, having one woman, things of that nature. What did that look like? You a sucker, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But having a lot of women playing a lot of games, you a player. And they're attracted to that man who other women want. And it don't matter what he look like. It's more about the way he carry himself and
what he
you know, the game that he playing on you.
Okay, so what do you say to those that say in Africa or other third world countries, it's okay for a man to have 2, 3 wives?
Yeah, he got 2, 3 wives and he treating them like they wife. He not playing with a bunch of hoes.
Just
so it's a different, that's his wife.
Yeah.
So you
it's
the first,
Western
second,
civilization
third.
thing.
Right, the Western civilization, well, pseudo.
Right.
Western civilization trying to say this is what the Bible said. It's not.
Right.
You know, these are European white supremacy thoughts that tells you how to live your life and what's right. But I'm not knocking that though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A man joining one woman, that's what Paul said. And I feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is a premise that we all, you know, can aspire to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in this society, it makes it very difficult because, you know, women are taught to have a man who's successful. That breeds security, right?
Right.
And a man, you know, he wants someone who's stunning, who can raise him a family. So let me just play it from, you know, the man's side. So you get this woman, y'all have a baby. She gets out of shape, this, that, and the third, and because of incarceration, homosexuality, things of that nature, the rate of single men to women.
Yeah.
So it's 8 to 1, and we talking about at each age group.
Yeah.
So black men can date 20 years younger. So how many women is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your options, and I heard a comedian say you're only as faithful as your options are. And when you have all these options, it's very difficult, you know what I'm saying, to choose one. You ain't the woman that I married. I done heard man say that before, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, society, those social ills is what, you know, also breaks up the black family because we don't have something we can relate to. Now, back in the day, you know, you had good time. James wouldn't think about cheating on Florida, right?
Right.
And he was a strong black man who put family first. And then you have also
Bill Cosby.
Right,
I know
right.
y'all want to throw shade at Bill Cosby because of what's going on now, but
that's a narrative.
Yeah.
You know, you believe anything I tell you. As long as I'm the news media.
What they won't tell you, like you were saying, Bill Cosby was finna try to buy NBC. Bill Cosby was finna try to get his own network.
Major network.
Yeah, not a subsidiary. He wasn't gonna have no boss.
Right.
His own network where he played what he wanted to play and had his own thing.
See, but you know they want to control what it is you see, how you see it. They want to always make you a consumer and a worker. You know what I'm saying? Get great jobs at Indeed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, buy this, buy that. They always pushing something to you. I mean, the only thing that I can really get on board with the whole Trump presidency is that this shit is fake news. They've always painted you in a negative light. Period. They've always painted you in a negative light. And by doing so, right, but I'm just saying, but just by painting a black man in a negative light, it's never been, every single race looked down on the black man first. You see what I'm saying? So we have all these taws and snares in our way before we even get started.
Yeah, like you said, when they rushed Capitol Hill, these was protesters and rioters. When the black folks did it, we was thugs and
agitators and
same thing
anti-parent. But it ain't the same thing, because we don't know what happened in the peaceful protest. The rioters that end up breaking in the store, looters, did they get house arrest?
Right.
So the guy that's sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk with his feet up, he at home on house arrest. You understand what I'm saying? You think a black man that broke into the Capitol,
put his feet up and sat at the desk, would be on house arrest?
Come on, man, be for real, dog. That shit would never happen. So it's always two sets of laws, just like it's two constitutions, just like, everything in America is black and white. All other nationalities, y'all just along for the ride. So all the oppression is always done to black man because they fear you. And they fear your intellect, they fear, your physical presence, and they fear your spirit. Because in their mind, I wouldn't want to be equal to you, I would want revenge on you. You see what I'm saying? But black men don't think like that. And I'm curious to know, I think like that, I want revenge. Fuck you,
yeah, it's kind of like CeeLo said. They would have you think, black men, that we are natural born gorillas and killers, when we not. We spiritual people, because like Shannon said, if we was these killers that y'all say we are, we would want to kill y'all ass out of vengeance, if nothing else.
So they say all of the major felonies committed in the United States, the majority of them is by the black men, right?
Right.
Well, white men go to a country and kill 2 million people for no fucking reason. These are war criminals. I seen Colin Powell, black ass, on CNN or one of them junkies talking about, oh, Trump gotta go. Trump gotta go. You can say everything you want about Trump. He's not a warmonger. He didn't kill 2 million people for the sake of vengeance. So what? 3,300 people died in the 9/11 bombings. Plane crash, right?
Yeah.
So you go kill 2 million people? That's fair? That's equal? That's what the fuck happened, and you lied about the reason you went there. You war criminals and murderers. If you really want to know how to murder, you got to turn to, this savage-ass white man. That's not us. You kill Ray Ray in the street, you think you the same as George Bush? George Bush killed 2 million people. Motherfucking Franklin or Truman dropped the bomb and killed, 1.5 million Japanese instantly. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I just
nigga, you can kill all you want. You won't equal to killing that these motherfuckers do.
Just to kind of wrap it up, man, and say that on both sides, black women take more value and worth of the black man because he's very necessary, especially if you got a son and a daughter too. Cause
every child needs both parents.
Yeah.
We both parents.
I mean, because like they say, a father in the household, he is your daughter's first boyfriend and your son's first hero.
Okay, I heard that before.
Right, you know what I mean?
And what I would say to a black man, cherish your woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a sucker
if you treat her good.
Right, and I think a lot of people, women get used to people treating them bad, and men get used to treating them bad. But when you take this as your wife or you make a baby with them, matter of fact, soul ties say once you sleep with them and that blood intertwines, hey, y'all married, y'all connected at the spirit. And for that, I think you should give your heart to her just for those reasons. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, man, that sounds like some sucker shit. No, that's some real shit. Like I say, we keep missing the beauty in life. Now, there's so many things to be mad at as far as what happened at the Capitol, what happened with Trump, but that's just illusion. You know, you still got to live your life and be who you were meant to be, right?
Right.
You know, because look, everybody waiting on something, right? But you got to work while you wait, man, and you need to be the best you while you going through that.
So if nothing else, man, let 2020, although it was a difficult year, instead of more division, man, how about let's do the opposite and see can it bring us together? Have a little bit more compassion, and you know what I mean? Because, like I said, it was just on my heart to talk about it, man, because I look at how a lot of our young men, that's what they missing, man. I mean, they
Well, you know, the revolutionaries, they were still tight. But when the drugs came in, right, the drugs really separated the black family as well.
For sure.
So there's been systematic, institutionalized things that have separated the black family.
But what do you say to a sister who tells you, Shano, that's an excuse?
Well, no, that's the truth. But the thing is, okay, it can start anew with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You make good decisions about who you want to be with and build a family with, and you be true to being that person's partner. But you got to make a good decision. Don't make it based off of physical attraction or, you know what I'm saying, your feelings, your emotions. Make it based off of, okay, this is what I'm going to do. It don't matter what you going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And if you dedicate yourself like that, then, you see what I'm saying?
So then we can get past as a man, I got to come to the table with a car, a crib, an account, and a plan. And like you said, as a woman, as long as I look good and got that wop.
I mean, that's a little... Now, somebody told me we took a little bit of a chauvinist approach, but that's what it appears like to us, right? But what I would like to say is, and what I would like to, you know, motivate women to do is, you try to see men in a different light and treat them differently, and men, let's try to see them in a different light and treat them differently, and see how these things make a change in our relations, because it's up to us. Whatever happened in the past, that happened then. Whatever happening now, that's up to us.
Bet that.
Bet.